Hi, welcome to College Soccer Recruiting Insider Secrets. My name is Coach George, and for 20 years I was the Division I women's college soccer head coach. Now I spend my time helping families find the perfect school for the soccer player in their house. And what we're going to talk about on the episode today, Division II schools. We've talked about Division III schools, and I know everybody wants to play Division I, but for 90% of you out there, you owe it to yourself to at least take a look at Division II schools. And that's what we're going to do today. I think you're going to be really surprised about some of the things you find out about Division II schools. Welcome back. On every episode of College Soccer Recruiting Insider Secrets, we like to have a current college coach speak to us about the things that are going on in the game at this point. And we've got a great expert to help us today. Coach Alicia Shuck is the head coach at Rollins College, which is just outside of Orlando, Florida. She played there, was a star there for them, and then she went on to play professionally in the United States and across the globe. And then she came back as an assistant coach there for 6 years, and she just finished her 10th year as the head coach there. So, of course, when it comes to Division II soccer, she's quite the expert, and she has some really interesting things, 3 great points to share with you, and I know you're going to enjoy it. So let's take it away. Coach Alicia, tell us what we need to know.
There are 3 reasons you should choose Division II: scholarships, championships, and the student athlete experience. The first part is scholarships. We are handing out lots of money in Division II. That money is athletic, it's also financial aid, and it can be academic oriented. So we can create large packages in Division II to make it affordable for you and your family. The second thing is championships. In Division II, there are lots of championships to be had. There's a lot of parity across the board, and your experience to get to a national championship is likely at the Division II level. The last thing is the student athlete experience. We are showcasing ourselves as celebrities on many avenues on our campus, not only in organizations and student-led projects, but we're also on the front of the newspaper.
Thanks, Coach Alicia. That was fantastic stuff. Great information. And we want to kind of talk about the 3 points you mentioned with everyone watching today. Talking about scholarships, first of all. On the men's side, the Division II level, the men's soccer teams are allowed to have 9 scholarships. It's kind of a quirky rule, but women are allowed to have 9.9 scholarships. And so that's a little bit of difference. They have a little bit, on the women's side especially, have less than Division I. But however, according to NCAA facts and figures, if you go on the Division II website for NCAA, 62% of Division II athletes get some type of scholarship. Only 59% of Division I athletes get some type of scholarship, athletic aid. So even though they have less, there's more, as confusing as that sounds, right? Okay, another interesting point that she might have talked about that might have had you a little bit confused or wondering is when she talked about championships and how you have a better chance of maybe playing for a championship at the Division II level and in terms of getting trophies, making it to the regional finals of NCAA tournaments and those kind of things. And here's why. At the Division I level, there's schools that have unbelievable budgets and resources, and the teams, I'm sure you've heard about teams who are flying private jets to the games, staying in the nicest hotels in the area, and having the best pregame meal you could even imagine. And then there's other programs, unfortunately, who they stop at the local fast food joint for their pregame meal. They're going in a van where the coach is driving, and they're still Division I, but they're buying their own shoes and other things. The thing is, a lot of those programs, of course, that we just talked about, unfortunately, they have little or no chance to make any kind of national rankings or anything else. They just don't have the resources and ability to do it at some of the top Division I schools. In Division II, there's certainly the haves and the have-nots, but it's much more closer. Most everybody has right about the same kind of budget and operates in the same realm. So even though there are some programs at the Division II level who have unbelievable facilities and resources compared to others, for the most part, everyone's about the same. Okay, the third point Coach Alicia brought up was the student-athlete experience, and I want to talk about that. First, the athletic part. One thing that's a little bit interesting, or one little factoid for you, is that on the Division II level, there's only a little over 160 Division II college football programs. That means there's more men's college soccer teams than football teams, and of course more women's college soccer teams than football teams. So you're kind of the big thing on campus, and that's why she was holding up that newspaper article. So when there's a homecoming game and there's no football team, you're the homecoming game. You're where all the alumni are coming to see. You're where the whole student body's coming to watch and see. What a great experience. Something that we all, I think, all would enjoy being a part of. So you're a big part of the school's athletic department in the fall. That's a huge part of it. So from the athletic standpoint. Also from the athletic standpoint, it's hard. It's not easy by any means. There are some very, very strong Division II teams and programs out there. So it's great soccer. There's good levels of players, and you can see that for yourself. In terms of the academic experience, the one thing about Division II schools, if you check the NCAA website, they say on average there's about 3,000 students on campus, maybe a little bit more. Obviously, every school is a little bit different, but that's the average. Well, those schools don't have 15, 20 different academic programs for you to choose from. They have maybe less than that. But here is the thing. The ones they do have, they're very, very good at. And they're some of the best in the country. And you can go Google who's got the best business program, and they'll give you a list of 20, 30 schools. Don't be surprised if you see a lot of Division II schools listed on there, or any other areas that you're in. In Colorado, there's a Division II program that has men's soccer and women's soccer. But the unique thing about that school in Colorado is that when players and students graduate from that school, they have one of the highest starting salaries of anybody who graduates from college. Right now, the graduates who graduate from that school are starting out at about $72,000 a year. That's not bad. So there are some positive things with them. And in just the state of Florida that I'm in right now, there's 4 or 5 different schools I can tell you about that in different areas of academics, they're some of the best in the country. And they also have some of the most beautiful campuses in the country. And it's not just in Florida or anywhere else, it's wherever you are now. Check out the Division II schools. I think you're going to be really impressed. So that's one thing to think about. It's a big reason. If you look at what's important to you, or academics important to you in making a decision, is getting a lot of playing time and possibly an athletic scholarship, and the cost of school important to you. If all those 4 things are important to you, then you owe it to yourself to maybe look and investigate Division II programs. And that was, unfortunately, with the coronavirus going on right now, anything we give you in terms of information, we have to talk about the impact that's had. A couple of things are going on right now that are really important, that are going to affect you, especially if you're a 2021 graduate. Right now, the recruiting period is for Division I schools is dead, and that's a dead period. And what's that mean? That means that a college coach can't go off campus and watch you play, and you can't. If you come on the campus, the coach can't speak with you as well. So that's a little bit difficult for you, right? Obviously, you can't be seen if you're still uncommitted as a 2021. Division II, it's a quiet period, and what that means is the coach can't go off the campus, but you can come on the campus. You can meet with the coach, and if they have an ID camp, you can even attend it. Especially if you're a 2021, because we don't really know. We keep hearing different dates of when that dead period's going to be lifted, and so we just don't know. So it's great to have a backup plan, and if you found a good Division II school that really likes you and wants you there, and you want to be a part of it, even though your dream is to play Division I, it's nice to have a nice option. So I really encourage everyone to do that. So again, take a look, and it'll be there. Okay, that wrapped up our episode, and I want to give a special thanks to Coach Alicia Shuck at Rollins College, and I really appreciate it. You can see with her background and experience, she truly is an expert in Division II soccer, and I hope you got some good points from her, and appreciate you watching. If you like our episode, hit that thumbs up button. That gives us an idea of what you like and what we can kind of give to you for next time and some of the topics we need to hit. If you haven't subscribe. It's free. It's free. Do it. Just hit the subscribe button, and you get a little email or a little notice that we've got a new episode out there, so you owe it to yourself to do that. If you have any questions, this is the bonus here for watching. If you have any questions about anything in the college soccer recruiting process, no matter what it is, just email us. And if we can answer it, we will. And if we can't answer it, we'll try to find the answer for you, and we'll let you know. Once again, all that stuff is free. We're just trying to help you and hope you have a good experience trying to find the perfect school for you. Once again, college soccer recruiting, insider secrets. Thanks so much for watching.